Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the knife where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today, coming back at you with a quick unboxing video, right? I have a lot of different boxes to get through, so I took them out of the package, right? Just to kind of cut down some time and cut right to the chase, right? If you know what I mean, pun intended. So today we're going to be checking out this Kansept knife, and yeah, this should be an interesting one. Let's of course do a quick pocket check. What's in the pocket today? I'm rocking the new, recently released Demko Nano Shark. This one is a smaller version, basically the smallest implementation of the Shark's Lock I've seen, or probably the smallest implementation to date. This one's a little bit thicker here on the handle area, makes for better ergonomics on otherwise a smaller EDC knife. Check out the unboxing on this guy if you want to learn more, and of course there is links in the description and the pinned comments for this knife, and every other knife that you'll see in this video. So today we're checking out the Thoth. Well, it's not tooth, but it's the Thoth. Only has one O. It is a Sparrow knife design, 3.43 inches on there, satin CPM 20 CV, black wash titanium, and purple haze carbon fiber. Man, that's quite the combination there. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Boom. We got the Kansept paperwork here with a wiping cloth, right? All their warranty information and stuff like that. We got the silica gel there, boom. And then we have their nice fabric pouch here with the sort of leather Kansept logo embossed in there. Let's go ahead and take a look. Boom. Oh man. All right, Sparrow knife design. I do believe they did the Fenrir, and we're about to check out another model here, also one of his designs. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Holy macaroni, man. Okay, so first things first, this is first impressions. What I find unique and different about this guy is the fact that the carbon fiber is in the front and the titanium, right? That is titanium. Double check. Yeah, the titanium is actually in the back. Typically, we see bolster style handles where you have a little bit of a portion, right, towards the front of the handle there that will be metal, right? Titanium or steel, whatever the case may be. And then the rest of the handle is carbon fiber, but here they took the different approach. Carbon fiber in the front, right? Titanium in the back, so sort of like a black washed titanium going on there. And that purple haze carbon fiber actually looks really, really sweet, right? One thing for sure, right? The way the light hits it from every angle, it gives you a different variation, a different shine. So that already is looking pretty good. The next thing I notice here is you got the pivot, right? Bigger screw there for sure. Then he has this sort of like shark, what do you call this? Like gills, if you would, right? So that's pretty interesting, right? Nice little pop-off detail there, if you would. Apparently my voice is leaving the chat. Miguel's voice has left the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this will be a carbon fiber bolster, I guess, if we can call it that, right? The titanium here continues as liners here towards the front. We have a very long, pronounced back spacer, right? This thing, yes sir, this thing is titanium all the way through, right? We have a pretty long pocket clip there, right? We have the stress relief on the outside. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this blade open here. Let's see what complements this beautiful handle. What is up with the blade? But oh my goodness, bro, what in the sick combination is this? What? All right, let me just let me just process this really quick because I cannot believe. Like, hold on, let me just give it a nice little wipe here, gather my thoughts. All right, Miguel, you should probably do that. This is a professional EDC and knife gear channel after all, right? Man, what in the world is going on here? For one thing, the hollow grind captures my attention right away. This is a beautiful hollow ground all the way through. That's looking pretty savage there, right, to say the least. All right, trying to keep it as nice and beautifully clean as I possibly can, so you guys can see this thing in its full glory. So beautiful hollow ground going on there for one thing. Then I noticed a little bit of a harpoon situation there as well, right? Then it looks like a reverse tanto, sheep's foot here towards the front, but then they hit you with this tanto right here in the edge. That is insane, right? You definitely have a straight edge here, and then it kind of goes up like that. So it's a tanto here, sheep's foot looking with this section, harpoon, hollow ground. Like, what are we classifying this? I think the blade police is finally going to arrest me in this video because we're just going to go with it. We're going to call it a hollow harpoon forward reverse tanto. All right, there you go. I said it. But yeah, one thing is for sure, this thing looks savage, right? Love the opening hole there. It's nice and milled. and contour there on the edges, which is nice. You got the Sparrow knife logo there, which again, he also designed the fin rear for Kansept. If you haven't checked that one out, I haven't featured it here in the channel yet because I haven't been able to get my hands on it just yet, but hopefully I will in the future. Thoth, right? Am I saying that right? Thoth. Model name, and 20 CV steel going on there. Kansept logo, nice. And in the corner there, which I feel like that's definitely the right way to go as compared to putting it like somewhere there on the blade. I mean, honestly, this thing is looking like a home run, like a complete home run. So ergonomics, right? You'll notice the handle is nice and rounded here towards the back, right? It's also got some good, you know, decent girth to it, which is good. So I have average hands, not the biggest of hands or smallest of hands. I'm able to get a full purchase on this bad boy here, right? That's looking pretty good. And the pocket clip situation, I want to say, if anything, if I do feel anything the most, I'm squeezing really hard here, right? This is without gloves. So if I was doing cutting for any long amount of time, I'll probably put on some gloves or what have you. I want to say perhaps, you know, the stress cut out, you know, since there's only this one line in the middle, they did do a good job rounding off the edge, so it's not so pokey, right? But, you know, eventually, if you squeeze really hard, you do feel that a tad bit, and the pocket clip as well. So I'll give it a good 9.5 out of 10, right? So other than that, I mean, all the edges are nice and contoured everywhere, right? Looking pretty good, nice fit and finish, nothing out of place, right? Good QC as you would expect. It is a bolster lock, right? Basically a kind of like a frame lock, if you would, but with the bolster there covering the one side. Let's check out the close. There's a little bit of a shake shutter, right? Since it's brand new out of the box. Right, definitely has some good deployment, and I love the opening hole window there being quite substantial. Right? So reverse flick, it's gonna feel pretty good. Or you're loving the acoustics right there. Sounds really nice. Thumb deployment, well, that's also gonna be pretty sick as well. And looks like we have, yeah, no flipper tab, no front flipper on this one. It's a pretty clean design, right, with those two deployment options. So reverse flick and thumb deployment all day, every day. All right, sign me up, right? And it definitely feels, and it is, as a matter of fact, we'll do some size comparisons here in a moment. It definitely is a large EDC, right? No doubt about that. We did say it was 3.43 inches, right, on the cutting path there. So that's something to keep in mind. That's what says on the box. Now let me just confirm. So it kind of makes me feel like it might be a little bit bigger. No, actually, it's, yeah, just a hair before 3.5 inches, right? So always check your local laws, right? Know what length sharp object you can carry on your person. Always encourage everybody to do that. So other thing you notice too is you do have, it's not that pronounced, but it's certainly there. And you notice it is that finger choil right there, you know, maybe a sharpening choil, finger choil situation. All right, so that's looking good. If you want a forward choke, you absolutely can. No jimping on this blade, which I feel like that might have been intentional, right, to kind of tie in with the design. I would have personally liked a little bit of jimping, right? That wouldn't hurt, but that's just me. The fact that you can forward choke, right, kind of makes it even more useful of an EDC blade there. The one thing that will be interesting is whether or not you can use this tanto corner here, which by the way is not so pronounced. You can see the corner there, but it's actually pretty subtle the way they implemented it. So you could probably use that corner to do some utility cuts so you don't have to bend your wrist too much. But even if you wanted to use this other tip, like you will still bend your wrist, but not as much. And you can make good use of that. I can bet you that this thing is going to be very, very slicey with this hollow ground. Yeah, we're definitely going to be testing that here in just a moment. So definitely a very toothy edge. I'm excited to check that out here in just a moment. Let's do some size comparisons here, right? Next to the typical usual suspects here in the channel. We got the Manix 2. We got the Yojimbo 2, right? So actually very comparable to the Manix 2, maybe a hair bigger, right? Same thing for the Yojimbo 2. Take a look there for yourself. All right, sticking with USA made for a second, there is the Microtech Stitch and the MSI. So MSI is looking a little bit bigger there. The Stitch is also a hair bigger, right? Not by much. There is the Demko AD 20.5, the new Shark Cub. This one is the Stealth, right, in 20 CV. So yes, this guy is going to be a little bit bigger. And again, I'm still afraid I'm, mispronouncing the name, the Thoth, right? But hopefully I'm saying that right. On the more budget end of things, we got the Kizer Militaw and the Civivi Vision FG, right? So very comparable, right? Maybe a hair bigger than the Vision FG. Very comparable, right? Maybe a hair bigger than the Kizer Militaw, right? You guys be the judge there. And speaking of recommendable EDCs, right? CJRB Hectare Alt and the Vosteed Raccoon, right? You guys take a look there for yourself. Hopefully you own some of these knives so you can more or less compare, right? If you're brand new to your EDC journey, congratulations. You went down a rabbit hole. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this journey. If you've already been around for a while, then hopefully you own some of those knives, and that kind of more or less gives you a ballpark where this guy lands. But yeah, definitely a large knife for sure. One thing though, this thing is feeling pretty lightweight for the size. I mean, it is no Benchmade bug out in any way, shape, or form, but it actually feels pretty lightweight. Like I just picked it up after picking up some of those other knives, and I noticed that weight difference. So let's just go ahead and get a quick read on this guy. All right, let's see here. Weight-wise, coming in at we got ounces. There we go. 4.5 ounces or 128 grams. All right, so that's not bad. Definitely under 5 ounces, which again, size and all consider, I would have thought, you know, it would definitely be over 5 ounces, but it is not. So that carbon fiber definitely helps with the weight department, and of course also gives it an amazing look. So still a little mesmerized with this blade, to be honest. The fact that it is a hollow ground and it has so much going on. Tanto, sheep's foot, harpoon. I mean, definitely a side to be seen. Of course, you know, we got to do our scientific cutting test. So I got a piece of textbook paper here, right? This hollow ground. Let's see how it does. 20 CV. All right, check out the beautiful swirls right there. Definitely putting in work. Yeah, just as expected, right? 20 CV, very sharp blade out of the box. This thing is absolutely going to put in work. Boom, bam. Yeah. Is it going to cut paper, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, no surprises there. It absolutely will. I got a piece of cardboard here, right? Single wall cardboard. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but at an angle. So cardboard-wise, all right, that got easier as I was going through a cut. Let's see. Bam. Boom. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a hollow ground, ladies and gentlemen. It is a hollow ground, and it's sharp. So you guys rate in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy out of the box? Rate that edge, right? Of course, 10 being the sharpest, right? But yeah, needless to say, this thing is very, very sharp. Checking the lock up on it here, right? No side to side, no up and down, right? No pivot lash, none of that stuff, right? Thing is rock solid there. The bolster lock's about 20-25% of the way in. We do have internal milling. If I hadn't already mentioned that, that makes sense. Why the weight department, right? Certainly on the lighter side, or lighter than I would have expected. So these are not solid titanium. They're actually absolutely milled on the inside. Right, so overall, I mean, good action, right? Good first impression on this guy. Of course, this is not a review in any way, shape, or form. This is just a quick unboxing video. First impressions, first thoughts, right? Reactions, if you would. So far, I'm making a first great impression here. Really excited to finally check out a Sparrow knife design here on the channel. The Fenrir has been on my bucket list for the longest time, and I'm just happy and glad I finally got a chance to check out one of his designs. So not entirely sure price-wise on this guy. Obviously, by the time I edit this video and you're seeing it on YouTube, by the time I upload it, obviously I would have linked to this guy on as many websites as I possibly can. So if you're interested in checking details, prices, availability, variants, all that good stuff, definitely check out the links in the description and also in the pinned comments. I'll also go ahead and link every other knife that you saw in this video as well, if you want to check those out as well. Guys, if you made it to this point in the video, you are the real MVP. Go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Would be really appreciated. Also subscribe if you do enjoy knife EDC content like this on a daily basis. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Shout out to my Patreon supporters there on the screen, and you guys can support me on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You guys will get access to exclusive perks. Check out those 2 videos on your screen there, from concept to other models that you're probably really gonna like. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. That will be it for this video today. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.